All right, so here we are. It's Monday. Took yesterday to relax, and as you can see, I've already gone back. I had those spots that I pointed out, and I really didn't like them. So I went and got me some 80 grit. I wanted those to be smooth. I didn't want them standing up. I think it looks bad. And like I said on Saturday, if you're gonna do it right. So I took 80 grit. I'm about to take some 180 down to it. I'm gonna work these smooth. I've already scuffed up the rest of the paint. Um, One of the things that I thought would be cheaper, which everybody on YouTube and everything I read said don't do this. Of course, me being stubborn, I didn't listen. Thought it'd be cheaper, just use aerosol cans. While I should be able to get the same type of paint job, it would have been a lot cheaper just to buy a gun, get some paint, throw the gun away when I was done. Because before it's said and done, I'll probably end up spending $100 on paint anyways. So. Alright, now I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to go at it with some 180, and then I'll show you when I'm done. It's kind of hard to see with the lights, but that's what I've done so far. There's 180 and 320. I got to do more 320, but see guys. That is nice and good. Nice and quick. Alright, there it is. Nice and smooth. Much happier now. It's really hard to see that stuff, so live and learn. Let it dry overnight because it's a little humid outside, so it's going to be really slow to really cure up. So we'll let it sit overnight, come out, sand it, and I got my paint coming tomorrow, so hopefully after tomorrow evening I'll be done painting and I'll be done with clear coat. Okay, because it's really humid outside here, so I think it takes longer for this stuff to kind of cure and set, even though it's primer and you can pretty much touch it within a few minutes of painting it. You want it to set right and you want it to get nice and good. So as you can see, I got this is actually really good. I got that one out. There's a raise here that's nice and smooth and not even noticeable. You don't see any bumps. Same thing over here. There was a mark right there. That's good and smooth. And here's the big one. All right, back here. That's nice and smooth. And of course, finally, this guy here. This is the big spot. This is where there was a dent. And in my infinite wisdom, I tried to use heat and a hammer to kind of tap it out, and it probably created more problems than it was worth. But right now, that's nice and smooth. I've gone over the whole thing with 320. So now the big question is going to be is, and I haven't checked, but it's like the human experience here, or experiment. I mean, we're just trying to see what happens. Obviously, me and my infinite ignorance, I tried a bunch of things, and it's taken me twice as long. So I guess the moral of the story is when they recommend certain things, and you're watching these people on YouTube, they make this stuff look real easy. It's not that it's hard. You might do a lot of trial and error, a lot of multiple attempts to do it right, and just be patient. And if you make a mistake, don't realize that it's something that you can go back and you can fix. It's just going to take more time and probably some more money. In retrospect, looking back, honestly, I was going to do this with aerosol cans, and these aerosol cans are about $7 each. It'd take about, if this wasn't my first time doing this, I would say, it'd take six of them to do it right, because the spray pattern is really small. It's realistically the spray pattern is about like this, so you figure a can, for a solid 2 coats, you're looking at 4 to 8 cans of the little half-size cans. Matter of fact, I show one to you, but it would probably be cheaper in all seriousness, to go down to Harbor Freight, buy a disposable gun, buy the paint, buy the thinner, buy the lacquer for the finish. Probably going to spend $30 to $40 for the paint and the thinner. I'm not sure. I mean, it's going to be a wash, but it'd be a lot less work, and that paint will probably go a lot farther. I mean, ultimately, you're going to probably spend $100, $120 and see what. The other thing is, not once I get this completely, I get a coat on this, or I get 2 coats, whatever. Then I've got to go put the hood on, and then I've got to blend it with the fenders. So there's some more work to be done on the fenders. Or we put his old hood back on there just temporarily so he can get back and forth to work. Either way, you know, I'm having fun. But, you know, for cost purposes, I mean, really, this isn't the way to go on such a large project. If you were just doing a spot or a small area, you know, these things are, you know, $6, $7 a piece. So, yeah, I'm probably a good 100. I've kept all the receipts, but, you know, I'm a good $150 into this, just painting the hood. And that's not counting coming out here. Now looking at the other stuff, we'll have to take off the grill again. And I'm gonna clean this up. You know, we got a little dent there that's got to come out. And then we kind of blend it in with the with both fenders, and then we'll spray the clear on both the fenders and the hood, and then be done with it. So let's say this project started. Spent 8 hours on it on Saturday. It's probably about 40–50% humidity out here. It's getting up into the 90s, so it's taking a really long time to dry. As you can see, there's some spots there still from last night. Then I got to work out. I got to go over it again with 320. I'm probably gonna get my son out here, have him. I'm gonna put this back. I'm gonna have him come out here, and he doesn't have to go to work till like 2 o'clock. I want to teach him how to lightly sand this thing with 320. Then we got to go to the 400, and then go to 600, and then 1,000. Get it nice and even, and then this afternoon I'll go pick up the rest of the paint, and we'll give it another go. So that's where we're at. You having fun yet?